Oh my god, they started playing Christmas music at work today. I don't know if I can handle it this year, Dylan. I don't know.
Oh, hey, Matt. Do you want to watch some Christmas movies? It'll be fun!
Oh, what? No, man. It's bad enough that we can't celebrate the holidays with our family. Why am I going to watch cheesy Christmas movies?
But what about Die Hard?
What about it?
You know what? Fine. I'll just go in my room and watch movies alone.
So, for the last several years, I just haven't watched Christmas movies. I've seen some Christmas movies like Christmas Vacation, Elf, the Home Alone movies, and Ron Howard's version of The Grinch. But as far as the classic movies go, I haven't really seen that many. Or at least not that I remember. I know I've seen The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, but I don't remember it. To me, Christmas movies have always seemed overly cliche, cheesy. Movies like Four Christmases and Deck the Halls come to mind, movies that are generic studio comedies that have a little bit more practical lighting in them. Usually this time of year, I'm watching the final blockbusters of the year. I'm watching the Oscar bait movies that come out in December. But this year, there's none of that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hold that thought. Dylan, what? You have a key. What is this? You done? You know what? I've just had a great idea. I am going to watch one Christmas movie a day up until Christmas because there's nothing else to do, right? So let's do it. Hey guys, we are 7 days into this Christmas movie thing that I'm doing, and I've watched 9 Christmas movies, and if you can do math, that means that I've watched 2 more Christmas movies than I promised myself I would watch. And you know what? I'm not doing too bad. Those extra 2 movies, one night I started A Christmas Prince for whatever reason, and by the end of the night, I had finished the entire trilogy. I don't recommend it. They're not great movies. So, of the movies that I've watched so far, which I think I'm gonna put them right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put them right here, probably. Yeah, so far, I'm starting to learn what Christmas movies are about. And of these movies, seems like the theme is love. Before we get started, mild spoilers for like every movie I'm gonna talk about or not talk about, because all Christmas movies are basically the same. As far as like plot, they're pretty predictable, so I'm not really gonna spoil like major things, but if you're like, oh my god, is Santa in it? Yeah, Santa, he might be in it. So, you've been warned. So as a kid, you might think Christmas is about cookies and presents and all those great things, but according to Hollywood, it seems like it's really about love, and it's not particularly profound because the rom-com audience is one of the most broad audiences you can get to, so it makes sense to just sink a Christmas movie into that genre, make it a little subgenre, except, you know, this time it's snowing, which kind of adds a layer of romance too, probably. I don't know. However, I have noticed that Christmas romance is on a different level. You see, these characters aren't opening the movie by saying that they're not interested in love, that they're done with it, they've tossed it out, they're doing other things with their lives, they're focusing on me, and then moments later they stumble into the true love of their life. Now, well, A Christmas Prince does do that, but it's, how do I say this? It's not well written. No, see, these characters are on a quest for love and they have a hard deadline. It's Christmas. because nobody wants to be alone on Christmas. So, the quest for love. And this deadline that they've given themselves, this creates a added level of difficulty. The stakes are higher, which creates usually over the top, dramatic, and sometimes inappropriate confessions of love. And you know what? Aside from this guy, I'm all for it. Love Actually might actually be the worst offender of this trope, as it kind of kicked off this whole genre in the 2010s of get a date by a certain date kind of movies, which, by the way, should stay dead. No one has done it near as well as Love Actually, because it understands that Christmas is the holiday to do this with. Not even Valentine's Day works. This trope even echoes back to the 1940s in a movie called The Shop Around the Corner, a Jimmy Stewart Christmas movie that I don't think gets near enough love because it's incredible. It also is the movie that made me think, hey, maybe this thing of over-dramatically declaring your love on Christmas might not just be a Love Actually thing. You see, Jimmy Stewart is in love with his pen pal in this movie, and vice versa. But he comes to learn pretty early in the movie that this pen pal of his is actually his coworker, that they just can't stand each other. You know, wacky 40s stuff. Anyway, spoiler alert, he tells her the truth at the end of the movie after lying over and over, and it turns out that after being lied to every day for months on end, it sets you up for the best Christmas present of all time. Learning the truth. It's cute. And if you really think about it, that's what this guy in Love Actually was doing. He just did it wrong. Like, your best friend just got married to this girl that you've been a dick to your whole time knowing her, and now all of a sudden you're gonna come and just show up with these cards and tell her that you love her, and she's down for it? Even JGL getting Miley Cyrus to sing a proposal to his ex-girlfriend is better than this. I mean, come on. Real quick. I just want to say that this is one of the factors that makes Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie opposed to a Halloween movie. Sure, it's both, but it's more a Christmas movie. Also, Sally could do way better. Jack kinda sucks, and that's all I really have to say about that. I'm sorry. Okay, look, I don't think this is a healthy ritual that we've decided is inherently Christmas. The idea to over-dramatically and inappropriately express your love to someone on Christmas Day. It's probably not the greatest idea. However, the message behind it, that you can't just sit around and wait for love, and you gotta go get it, it's not completely off base. And it is Christmas, so, what the hell? Go out, tell someone that you love them. I hear you get a pass this time of year. 'Tis the damn season.
Whoa! You really think Christmas is all about finding a hot date to keep you warm for the winter?
Well, not exactly.
What about movies like Black Christmas or Fat Man?
Kind of feel like outliers from the point I was trying to make, right?
Well, as the ghost of Christmas movies present, I expect more from you.
I haven't seen one of the 700 copies of A Christmas Carol. I get it.
No, you most certainly do not. Christmas is about the good in the world, sharing joy and happiness. You do well to learn that, unless you end up like Hans Gruber.
Oh my god, Dylan, we're not watching Die Hard tonight. Do we have work to go to anyway?
Yeah, I'm going. Office Christmas party.
So now I'm just going to watch a bunch more movies, and we're going to cut to the future. And now we're back. Okay, so these are the movies that I've watched, and today we're going to talk about the Christmas spirit. Peace on earth. It's kind of strange how the order of the movies that I've watched have kind of folded themselves into this specific categories. Or maybe I'm just trying to create a narrative so that this isn't me reviewing 25 plus Christmas movies. I digress. We find that in most classic Christmas movies, helping each other is a major central theme. And the most dramatic example is, of course, A Christmas Carol, which I have now seen 2 different versions of. So I am no longer behind in that category. And while Scrooged is a dramatic, over-the-top performance of this whole story, it does still boil down to the idea that one man needs a Christmas spirit, or he needs Christmas spirits, to show him how to find the Christmas spirit within himself. We all know the story, and I'm not going to explain it to you right now. I even knew it before I'd even seen these movies. But this echoes throughout all other Christmas stories and movies throughout time, basically. This is the Christmas spirit, so it is ingrained in Christmas movies. Krampus is a story about an entire town that has lost the Christmas spirit and completely lost its care for each other. The Grinch is basically Scrooge, except with a Dr. Seuss twist. Rise of the Guardians, which I'm not entirely sure is a Christmas movie, has the main core idea that maintaining belief is necessary to stop the world from plunging into darkness. Nights are cold and days are short. But even in the darkest, coldest night, we want to know that there's still hope, and that, I think, is what's the center, the primal thing we are trying to get out of these movies. One of my favorite examples recently comes out of Netflix's Klaus, which just came out last year. We find this town that is just completely lost of hope and plunged into this weird, ancient, vendetta against each other. But all it takes is one man giving toys to the children in the town to lift the void and provide hope. It's contagious. This is Christmas spirit. And that's what's at the center of these movies. Even a movie like Fat Man, which I do not recommend. It's got this hope at the end that there's going to be maybe one day more kids on the nice list than on the naughty list again. I doubt it. Santa gets shot going out to deliver presents. And one kid even hires a hitman because he got coal in his stocking. I don't know who asked for a Mel Gibson movie based around Christmas with him as Santa Claus, but it wasn't me. Don't make a sequel. We didn't want the first one. Another modern holiday classic that explores the Christmas spirit is obviously going to be Elf. You even have the Scrooge character, Buddy's dad, but throughout the film you're running into characters who are losing their holiday joy. You've got department store employees, Central Park Rangers, and ultimately the whole world is losing their Christmas spirit, and guess what? We have the fascinating plot device that is what powers Santa's sleigh. You know, next level dramatic stuff, this is not. But it does the trick. It gets the point across, and by the end of the movie, you even kind of start to believe yourself. What? Okay, hold on. What now? And let me guess. The ghost of...
Hello, I am Nigel. I am a vampire. And I am also the ghost of Christmas movies' future.
And what are you going to teach me today?
Teach you? I'm here to make you afraid.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
That if you do not learn what Christmas means, I'll have no choice but to feed on your corpse.
Okay, so you want me to just keep watching Christmas movies?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Can we watch Die Hard now?
No, not yet.
Fine.
We are at the end of the road. It's been 24 days of Christmas movies. I'm still here, guys. Here's the updated list. It's right here. You're right. I did miss one day. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. I want to talk to you about tradition right now. See, tradition is not just big for Christmas movies. It's big for Christmas Day. And it's probably the most disrupted part about Christmas this year. A lot of people didn't get to go home to their families. This pandemic has wrecked its way across the world, and it's a scary time. A lot of people are actually going to turn to entertainment, believe it or not. And we might not be able to go out to the movies, but we can put our favorite Christmas movie on and just play it on repeat over and over and over Christmas Day until everyone in our household hates us. Probably. So speaking of tradition, that one day that I missed, well, I was doing a tradition thing. I go to Zoo Lights for Christmas. Or at least I try to every year, but Zoo Lights was different this year. Tradition is different this year. Instead of walking around and being able to see all the lights around all the animals, it was a drive-through. It's a great drive-through. I got to go with my friends. You see, we make the best of Christmas one way or another, and a lot of the movies about Christmas are about Christmas tradition going wrong. It's actually, I think, prepared us a little bit for Christmas this year. Look at one of my favorite Christmas movies, Christmas Vacation. Literally about every Christmas tradition going wrong, down to the bonus check. Everything just goes wrong. At the end of the day, the shitter's full. And that's kind of how 2020's been. We just somehow never actually filled it up. It just kept adding. I thought it was full in March. Nope. It's just kept getting worse. But that's okay, because it's not about presents. It's not about trees. It's not about turkeys or any of those things. It's about the people around us, our families. Even if we're not with them, we can make calls. We can talk to them. Zoom meetings. Man, what actually happened to Skype? I genuinely don't know. Why? Why did we have to have a new pandemic version? I don't get it. Maybe it's better. I've never actually used Zoom. Maybe someone can tell me why it's better. I don't know. Okay, guys. So, it is actually December 24th. It's like 5 or 6 p.m. I'm done with my script. I've talked about tradition about as much as I could because tradition was really, really hard to write about. Because what's the most important tradition to Christmas? It's being with your family. That's what all these movies have been about. And if it's not being with your family, it's about creating a family, falling in love. If it's not about falling in love and creating a family, it's about spreading joy and kindness and going around a bunch of other people that we can't go around right now. And if it's not about presents and it's not about trees, then it's about people you love and the family that you have. And a lot of people are going to be alone for Christmas this year. Or at least a lot more limited quantity of people. Hopefully. I hope there's not 40 people in a household watching this video. At least not on Christmas Day 2020. I hope that even though it's rough, that we've created new traditions. My traditions, some we've been able to shape. I've been able to go to zoo lights. We've changed it a little bit, but we still got to do that tradition. I didn't do it with quite as many people, and I didn't run into physically as many strangers, which was nice actually. I didn't get wet. It was raining, but I didn't get wet, which was nice. But maybe even in our households, maybe if it's just us. A few years ago, when I first got my job working in retail, which is a bummer in a pandemic, by the way, and there should be a PTSD warning in the front of Krampus. And if you've seen Krampus and you work in retail during the pandemic, you understand why there should be that warning. I digress. I created a tradition for Thanksgiving because I was all alone. I didn't have anybody. And I would just always eat leftover pizza. I don't know why that mattered to me. I just always ate leftover pizza, and for 3 or 4 years, I was happy with that. I wanted to do that because it become tradition and it made me feel comfortable. And I think if we can all find something, even if it's something so little as eating leftover pizza because pizza restaurants are closed on Christmas Day or whatever, finding that kind of comfort, curling up, watching an old favorite Christmas movie, watching something like It's a Wonderful Life, and watching literally everything wreck down on you, to find out that maybe at the end it's going to be okay. Those are good things. And I think that's what Christmas movies are about, and I think honestly we probably need them more than anything ever this year. Christmas movies are hope when there doesn't feel like there's going to be hope. It's a stressful time of year. And maybe a tradition that won't be broken this year is watching Christmas movies. I don't know. I'm rambling, and I just hope everybody out there is okay. Tradition's so weird this year, man. It's so weird. Speaking of tradition, one of Dylan's favorite movies to watch for Christmas is Die Hard. And I'm telling you guys, it is a Christmas movie, but I don't want to argue about it. I don't want to see any comments down below about how it's not a Christmas movie. It's okay to be wrong. If you really think about it, what is the most excitement you get while decorating for Christmas? Answer, there's only one. It's lighting the top of the Christmas tree. When they light up the top of that building, is that not the most exciting part of the movie? Come on, guys, it's a Christmas movie. I'm gonna go watch it with Dylan. I think he'll like it. Hey Dylan, you ready for this?
Ready for what?
Oh, it's Christmas Eve, man. We're gonna watch Die Hard.
Really? We get to watch the best Christmas movie of all time?
We're not getting into that now.
Doesn't matter. I'm ready.
Okay, let's watch Die Hard.
Die Hard!
Alright guys, we made it. It's Christmas Day. Christmas Day, and I watched 25 Christmas movies, 26 Christmas movies leading into Christmas, and that's crazy. And I kind of enjoyed it, and I didn't hate it. Even the bad ones were good, and it was a good time. That's the thing about Christmas movies. They're a good time, even if they're bad. Fat Man wasn't great. I changed my mind. Fat Man's the exception. Don't watch that one. It's not great. Unless you want to see Santa get shot by a hitman. Which is also kind of disappointing in the end. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I think Dylan enjoyed making it. I don't know if he enjoyed the costumes, but he kind of seemed like he enjoyed the costumes. I know he enjoyed Nigel. Did you like that? Yeah, Dylan had that idea. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please comment down below. I've got some ideas. They're way less broad. They're not going to be over 25 movies across some weird subgenre. It's going to be a lot more focused. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of these, because I'd really like to make them, but I'm going to leave it up to you. And I'm going to end this video. I promise. I'm going to do it right now. It's Christmas Day. I'm going to go follow my Christmas tradition, and I'm going to watch Wonder Woman 1984, the new one on HBO Max. This isn't sponsored. I don't know why I went into a weird sponsored tone. I don't have enough subscribers for that. But that's my tradition. Like I said, I love watching the big blockbusters, the Oscar bait movies at the end of the year. And I'm grateful that I get one of those. I hope you guys are having a good day. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.